Louder.
About 3 years ago, I began my journey at Taekwondo. I was 6 years old, tiny, fragile, and with no knowledge of this marvelous martial art. I was really excited to start because I had been asking my parents to sign me up for classes. The idea came to me when I was watching TV and the movie Karate Kid was on. I was amazed at how fast the protagonist could move and defend himself from any danger. He looked like he was bouncing from wall to wall, kicking and yelling. But later, I would realize that Taekwondo was more than just kicking. At first, I thought I would be kicking and breaking boards like a professional. But then, I realized that Taekwondo requires a lot of discipline,
Louder, please.
practice, and patience in order to be an excellent ambassador of this powerful martial art. As a white belt, I started learning forms and basics. I liked the days when we played with the ball, jumped the rope, and run around the place to warm up. I had so much fun and made new friends. As the first test was approaching, I realized that I had to practice a lot to pass the test, and that Taekwondo is more than just a martial art, it is a way of life. I learned and reinforced values that I had from home. I learned respect, self-confidence, focus, discipline, self-control, responsibility, and much more. Taekwondo has given me a lot of lessons, and I thought everything was easy until the most difficult for me started, sparring. Sparring was a huge deal for me. Mom and Dad, who always been great supporters, brought me the sparring gear, and I was excited to use it, but at that time I didn't know what I was getting into. The day came when I had to fight with an opponent, which of course was one of my friends. We started hopping and moving, kicking and yelling. I was getting tired, thirsty, and short of breath. I was not used to this, let alone kicking someone I appreciate. There were times when I wanted to give up. Sometimes I cried during the sparring because I felt my body wouldn't take any more kicks or punches. My parents always cheered me up and believed in me. Sometimes my dad would get frustrated because he saw the potential in me and I was not using it. I didn't want to disappoint them. But in the middle of those fights, I listened to my master tell me, don't stop, keep moving. I didn't know where I would get the strength to keep on going. But I told myself I can do this and remembered a saying my grandma always told me, you're unique and you are the best. From that time, I tried my best to improve my techniques at sparring. I know they're still not perfect, but now I know you have to keep practicing until you get better. There are 5 lessons I learned at Taekwondo that I will never forget. 1. Discipline and hard work. I learned that if I wanted to achieve a goal, I must work hard to get it. My mom always told me that nobody was going to give me the black belt by sitting on a couch. I had to work for it. Respect. I reinforced this value that my parents taught me at home, to always respect my parents and elders. I learned to respect my master and my opponents because even though they might push me to my limits, that's what made me put more effort and become a better person. And most of all, respect and esteem myself. 3. Cooperation. I learned that cooperation is a key factor in building
Slow, please.
good relationships with my master and sparring buddies. Because even if I get to fight one of my friends, it's all based on respect, and at the end of the day, we're all a big, great team and do what's best for each other. When you lose, you win. Sometimes when you lose at sparring or competitions, even if it doesn't seem like a victory and might feel sad or frustrated, you win something back. You get the chance to realize that you've done what you've done wrong and do better next time you're sparring or doing forms. Never give up. One of the most important lessons I learned is to never give up. Even if you're tired, nervous, or overwhelmed by any situation, you should never give up in Taekwondo or in life. We should always strive to be better, and if we fall, that's not the end of the journey. We just have to get up and keep on going until we achieve excellence. Like Master Ko says in sparring, don't stop, keep on moving.
Okay, good job. I mean, you'll go home, you give me, yes? I go home, you one more, you're leading. So come here. This is your two. Slow, yes. Go.
In the past year and in the past 3 years that I have been taking Taekwondo, I think I have learned quite a lot of life-changing things from my instructors. Some of the things that they have taught me and helped me realize will be stated in the few paragraphs I will read. The things I will state have helped me throughout life and have made me see new perspectives of not only Taekwondo but in real life situations. Due to the teachings of Masako, Kyle, and Eugene, I wouldn't be standing here reading this to you at this moment. First of all, I am lucky to have great teachers, and they help you improve in many ways. Yes, they may push you, but they do this because they want to see you do better and succeed. They want you to believe in yourself so you can achieve your goal and be happy with yourself. And if you aren't happy with yourself, then they want you to try and do your best so you can meet that goal and be satisfied in what you have accomplished as a student. They help me achieve my goals by helping me practice, by giving me tips on what I should do to perfect my kicks, kumse, or even basic stances. Next, they have helped me learn that power isn't just moving your feet or hand fast and clenching your fist, but you need to relax and be confident in yourself to punch or kick hard. And you also need to use your speed to your advantage in order to hit hard. They have helped me learn this by holding out the kicking pad, using the punching bag, or holding out the mat for our breaking kicks. They helped me by pointing out my mistakes in the kick, like how I wasn't twisting my foot or kicking fast. I used their tips to my advantage by trying to listen to what they say and do what they were telling me. I have also learned how to discipline myself and stay controlled. I do this by trying to stay calm and paying attention when my instructors are telling or teaching us something. I also have control over myself by staying relaxed and not getting angry, especially when I am sparring, because I may hurt the person I am sparring against, or I will hurt myself. Masako, Kyle, and Eugene have helped teach me discipline and control by telling us to pay attention or to focus on what we were doing, like in sparring, kicking, kumse, or basic senses. My instructors teaching us control was very important because it helped us realize how much power we had in our kicking, that we needed to be careful and not hurt each other. Knowing how far I've gotten, I couldn't have done it without being taught my forms like Taga Ichan through Taga Paichan. They helped me learn this by having me practice on the days I go, which are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They would have me and my other classmates practice for at least 10 to 20 minutes on Mondays and Wednesdays until we would have to switch into self-defense or kicking. They would help me improve my form by telling me what I'm doing wrong, like how I wasn't bending my knee or if my stance is too small or too wide. Them telling me to do this helped me perfect all of my forms by doing what they said or doing something different that made my form look nearly to or perfect. I've also learned how to do all the breaking kicks correctly, like axe kick, roundhouse kick, side kick, back kick, hook kick, or spin roundhouse kick. I've also learned this because Masako, Kyle, and Eugene would hold out the mat or kicking pad for us to help improve our kick, and they would tell us if we need to fix something, like we didn't twist our foot or we didn't kick high enough. I tried to perfect all of my breaking kicks by practicing every day or by the help of Masako and his kids. They would help by encouraging us to do better and telling us to focus and stay relaxed in what we were doing. They have also taught me how to use nunchucks. This in particular was one of my favorite things to do in Taekwondo because I've always wanted to learn how to use nunchucks. And now that I joined, I was able to learn how to use them. I learned how to use nunchucks by starting off with the foam padded nunchucks and learning 1 through 10. And once I had mastered that, I moved on to the double metal nunchucks, which was really hard at first, but I had got the hang of it when I started practicing more with them. Doing the nunchucks wasn't simple, but I still enjoyed learning them and look forward to what I can learn as I advance. Joining Taekwondo was one of the best decisions I had ever made because I learned so much from it and made new friends and people I've met have encouraged me to do better and try to make an example that if you have support in what you are doing, then you can achieve your goal, or even exceed that goal and keep going and higher until you're happy at where you are and what you have achieved in the past months, weeks, or even years that have been in Taekwondo. Even if I haven't achieved my goal yet, I still push myself to try and reach that goal until I've exceeded or gotten there. And I can do this because of all the support I get from my instructors, friends, and family. In conclusion, I have learned quite a lot from joining Taekwondo, and them helping me succeed has made a huge impact on how good I can do now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Tarona and Bob. Yes.
When I joined Coast Taekwondo studio about 3 years ago, I was a person not confident about myself. I was very dishonest and I would give up easily. At my Dujang, I was taught to do a variety of kicks, self-defense techniques, nunchuck moves, forms, and most importantly, discipline. I learned that Taekwondo was about attitude, physical control, and about strength of the mind and my view. Taekwondo helped improve my thoughts about myself. As I went up into the belt color, I became more confident, more honest, and gave up less. I became better and better in everything I did. Also, as I progressed, I realized that results come from hard work, sweat, and practice. In Taekwondo, I learned a new form, kick, and maybe a nunchuck move in every belt. In white belt, I learned the basic stances, punches, and front kick. At yellow belt, I learned back stance and some basics movesets that would help me prepare for doing forms. On yellow belt, yellow stripe, I do basic forms, which I did all the way to green. And at green belt, I learned to do my first real form. From junior, I would learn a total of 8 forms, each harder than the last. I also learned kicks like axe kick, back kick, and hook kick. I also sides, kicks, and forms. Besides kicks and forms, I started to learn how to use self-defense maneuvers, which include teaching me how to free myself from a captor when he or she tries to harm me in a certain way. I've learned 11 of these so far. As I learn techniques, forms, kicks, etc., I feel like there's a little more pressure on each belt because I need to master more skills to move up. But it feels more and more rewarding because I'm closer to my goal, which is black belt. I also feel rewarding because I feel good that I have accomplished what I need to do for one each belt. Generally, I like Taekwondo. I like the challenges, what I do until it becomes second nature. I also like the fact that it pressures me to be perfect because I'm the person who likes to.
옷가루. 오케이, 차려 경례. 그러면 이제 차려 경례. 오케이. Are you ready?
Sir,
Go.
Taekwondo has helped me in many different ways. Throughout the belt testing, forms, and just being here, I have learned many things, and it has been a good experience for me. The 3 main reasons for joining Taekwondo were my overall health, self-defense, and discipline. Before I started Taekwondo, my health wasn't the best it could be. I was overweight, or heavier than the normal weight an 11-year-old should have been. My parents thought it would be a good experience in general for me to join Taekwondo, but mostly for my health. And honestly, they were right. I made new friends, overcame challenges, and was improving my health all at the same time. I'm still overweight, but not as severe as before I joined Taekwondo. This exercise has helped me maintain my weight and become less overweight, which helps my overall health become better. Before I started Taekwondo, I had no knowledge of defending myself. These classes helped me with that. All the belts and belt testing greatly increased my knowledge of the art of Taekwondo, and more importantly, how to defend myself in case something or someone were to attack me. My favorite part of these classes was when I learned the self-defense 1 through 11 and break fall down techniques. I learned that I could use my double joints to my advantage in some of these situations. Also, before I had started Taekwondo, my attitude in general was not the best I could be. I was lying a lot and most of the time could not tell the truth. The other main reason my parents wanted me to join Taekwondo was so that I could learn self-discipline and self-control. Throughout the belts, I had started to learn how to discipline and control myself. These classes helped me to completely change the way I act. The general experience at this Taekwondo class, in my opinion, is a great one. I have made new friends, became a better person, and this has helped my physical health. This class has helped me in many different ways. And if I didn't have this class, I wouldn't be where I am right now in terms of health, work, and attitude.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody should come. Come here.